It's time to wake up and win the weekend. You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JP the Ticket, giving you that grease. Join me every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time for the live action on Vegas Scoreboard Express on KSHP 107.1 FM and AM 1400. Dive into the game day with my in-depth analysis, expert predictions, and winning plays from the sharpest minds in sports betting. It's more than just placing bets. It's about securing wins. Head over to jbtheticket.com and be sure to tune in to KSHP this weekend from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time to ride the winning wave with VSX. Tune in and get your money back from the sports book. All money, all sports, no bull. Miss the live show? Subscribe to Vegas Scoreboard Express on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and wherever you enjoy your favorite podcasts and radio listening.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
You are rocking with the hottest. Put your hands up for the boss. The Mix Master is live. Get ready.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JP the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you that grease.
That's right, back at you live, waking you up early in the morning here in Las Vegas. 107.1 FM, AM 1400, JP the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, live, 8 to 9 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. East Coast time. Bringing you some grease today. The NFL Wildcard Week is on deck, people. We're going to be giving you the grease. We got the Cleveland Browns in the playoffs today versus the Houston Texans. And then that evening game, the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs. Got him live here in studio with me, my main man, Ron, Third Down Best Bets. You can follow him on Instagram at RaiderHawk1. Follow him on the X-Bird at RaiderHawk001. Good morning to you, Ron. How you doing?
Good morning, brother. How you doing this morning?
We're making it happen. Want to give a shout out to the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Dana out there making it happen for us. VP of Marketing, Katrine and the team. Want to give a shout out to my main man, Jack Hanna, last night, bringing home the Moneyline Dog win for the Desert Dogs, beating up on those San Diego Seals 10-8. So, guys, thank you so much for hosting us. We're going to have those reports that we put together for you up on our social media. Follow me on Instagram today at JP the Ticket, and we're going to jump right into it when we get back. Got my main man on the line, Ronnie B from jbtheticket.com, Chief Handicapper, and we're about to break open the bag for this wild card weekend. So you guys keep it locked here. JP the Ticket and Vegas Scoreboard Express. When we get back, we're jumping right into it. Straight money, straight grease. Let's get it.
JP the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you that grease.
Yo. You're in the mix.
World's finest, man.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JP the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you that grease.
Back at you live, JP the Ticket, Ron, Third Down Best Bets, Vegas Scoreboard Express. Waking you guys up early in the morning right here, KSHP AM 1400, 107.1 FM. Got him on the line with me, my main man, Ronnie B, Chief Handicapper, jbtheticket.com. Good morning to you, Ronnie. How you doing?
Good morning, JB, and everybody out there in sunny Las Vegas this morning.
A little bit cold out there, but the dogs are barking again. Shout out to those Las Vegas Desert Dogs, bringing home the grease last night, beating up on the San Diego Seals. Guys, if you've never watched box lacrosse, it is a 5-on-5 game, high action, high intensity, and you can't beat it here in Las Vegas. Shout out to my friends over at the Michelob Arena putting that together for me. Showed up a little bit late to the game, but you know that's the way JB the Ticket does it. I want to make that entrance and get you guys locked and loaded. So today we are talking about it. The NFL playoffs are here finally, people. That's right. The teams that are supposed to be here are here. And in my opinion, there are no dogs. Every team can get you money. Let's jump into it right away, guys. You already know the Houston Texans have made it to the playoffs with C.J. Stroud. Guaranteed that he should be the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. DeMeco Ryans, he should be in the running for Head Coach of the Year. I'm telling you right now, the Houston Texans are priced right. Rotation number 142. The Houston Texans today are at home, plus 2.5, plus 120 on the money line. Total is 45. Taking on those resurgent Cleveland Browns. These guys are back in the playoffs. We didn't expect to see it. They've had a round robin at quarterback as well, but that defense and the running game, very, very strong for the Cleveland Browns at minus 2.5 on the road in Houston in a dome. Weather should not be a factor. The money line for the Cleveland Browns is minus 140. So let's jump into it a little bit with this matchup. It's one of the better matchups that I figured would be in the playoffs. You've got two teams trying to get over the hump. If the Houston Texans can pull this off today, how do you feel that's going to be able to develop what they're trying to do with DeMeco Ryans, C.J. Stroud, and their defensive side of the ball? Because the defense has been very, very strong for the Houston Texans as well. So, Ronnie B., give me some of your thoughts on this game, looking at the totals, and be sure to tell folks where they can get your power play of the day. Go ahead.
All right. Good morning, everybody. I've looked at this game a lot this week. It's going to be an entertaining, close game, I believe. But you're looking at a rookie quarterback and a first-year head coach. I can't recall any time that this has happened where somebody's won a game with a first-year coach and a first-year quarterback. So it's going to be entertaining to see how they handle the pressure. It's a new season. The regular season is gone. The playoffs are here. The money's on the line. The defense is strong for Houston. But I tell you what, JB, this game, I'm leaning towards the total. And if we want to talk about this a little bit here, Cleveland on the road, away from home, is 8-0 to the over. So this number is right on the offense at 44.5, 45. So I'm leaning towards the total on the over.
Now you're talking about the over in the total 45.5. Throwing it over to Ron, third down best bets here in studio with me. Ron, good morning to you. Had a late night over at Michelob Arena again, watching those Las Vegas Devil Dogs. You know it was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen. Old Army guys in the building, the Desert Dogs. Shout out to all my Marines, Army, Air Force, U.S. Coast Guard, Navy guys out there. Ron, third down best bets, a Navy guy here in studio with me. Again, you know I was going to slip up and do it because we're old school. But we're talking about the NFL right now. This rotation number, again, being brought to you by Fubo TV. Don't get cabled, get Fubo TV, giving you 7 days absolutely free and no subscription required if you don't want it, okay? If you sign up after the 7 days, it's not working out for you, which I don't think would be an issue. You should keep it. I'm going to give you another 15% off. So rotation number 141, the Cleveland Browns. You're talking about a team right now that we thought Deshaun Watson was going to be under center for them. He ended up injured again. They had a lot of money spent on him, but they've got Joe Flacco, a proven Super Bowl winner from almost 100 years ago, though. I mean, it's there. But the reality is the Cleveland Browns are here in the playoffs, and they're taking on a strong, young, upstart team in the Houston Browns. I mean, oh, my goodness. I told you it was a late night. Houston Browns, Houston Texans. I'm trying to talk about those little Bulls down there, rotation number 142, plus 2.5. They're 10-7. You look at a team that has a rookie quarterback, rookie head coach, like Ronnie B said here. Do you think that these guys have what it takes to win at home? I mean, I don't see any disparity in either one of these teams. The Cleveland Browns, they may have a slight edge on defense, but the Houston Texans, in my opinion, have the edge on offense, and they play really well in pressure situations. And as you mentioned, they were able to get into the playoffs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I like Houston here today. I like the setup here. I mean, they played on Christmas Eve, and Cleveland pretty much ran the table with them, but they didn't have C.J. Stroud, and he's played really well since he's been back. He is absolutely the next generation of quarterback. I mean, look at him. He is just incredible. A rookie coming in and doing that. And I like how they have a much more diverse offense. Cleveland's really up and down with Flacco. They're going to have to depend on the running game today. And Amari Cooper, last time they played, had 11 catches for 265 yards and 2 touchdowns. I don't see him doing that again today. So,
well, you're talking about the offense. The Cleveland Browns right now, they're ranked 11th overall. Houston Texans right under them at 13. when you go over to the defensive side of the football, when you look at where C.J. Stroud is, one thing I notice is he has issue with pressure. If you pressure C.J. Stroud, he can tend to start throwing some picks, start throwing a few ducks out there for you people and costing you money. So do you think that the Cleveland Browns are going to just push the blitz today? I don't think they're going to have any problem with doing that, just based on the fact that, again, they rely more on defense as their offense can tend to sputter. And if Joe Flacco goes out, who are they going to have on the backup? I'm going to throw this one over to you, Ronnie B, Las Vegas. We talked about this a couple of weeks ago. If Joe Flacco goes down, who are the Cleveland Browns going to bring in for him? Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, they're going to call you or me. I don't know what they're going to do with the backup.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too old. I'll get out there and call the wrong play, just like I'm calling the wrong team names out early in the morning, giving you wrong rotations. Again, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, live here, KSHP 107.1 FM, AM 1400. So glad you guys are tuned in with us, having a little bit of fun with you. Got my main man, Ronnie B, here on the line with us from VegasScoreboardExpress.com. This is one of those games, like I said before, I'm going to go ahead and go with the dog side here. This is my free pick of the day. Again, giving out free picks all year in honor of my main man, Pop DiBiase. Again, rest in peace. Jamil Yancey Brown, lost him last week, guys, to some medical issues. A young man who was a stalwart in the boxing and sports media world. Very small world, and he was one of my good friends. So, again, I want to make sure that people shout him out. Go to my Twitter, Instagram at We Beat the Line, JB the Ticket on Instagram, and check out the GoFundMe there. Be sure to donate to him and his family so they can secure his rights to all the content that he put out there. All right. So we're going to talk about this game when we get back from the short commercial break. Going to have him come by the big board today in a little bit. My main man, Troy West from TroyWins.com. We're going to be breaking down the two playoff games today, and again, giving you the grease over on jbtheticket.com. Be sure to get to my website, sign up for today's free pick package. I've got a paid pick package. Ronnie B here in Las Vegas is the chief handicapper, so I'll throw it over to you, Ronnie B. Tell them where they can get your plays of the day, and then Ron, third down best bets. I'll have you tell them where they can get yours as well. Go ahead.
You go over to jbtheticket.com and put in Ronnie B. And I got a nice play for you today, and I got one coming tomorrow that's best bet for me. So
best bet.
Looking forward.
That's what I'm talking about. Putting cash in your pocket is the name of the game. The NFL Wildcard Weekend is here again. Watch it on Fubo TV. Go to FuboTV.com/JB, giving you 7 days free and 15% off on that first bet. Ron, third down best bets. You tell them where they can follow you on social media and how they can get your pick packages coming up for this college basketball season. Go ahead.
I got to give you one shout out real quick before, though. We forgot to mention Landon Kells last night, a.k.a. The Wall, number 42, the goalie. That guy was so great last night. You can get me at Twitter at RaiderHawk001, Instagram at RaiderHawk1. You can get me at Facebook, and you can get me JB the Ticket under Ron Third Down Best Bets.
That's right. Telling you where the picks and the packages are to put cash in your pocket. So when I get back from this short commercial break, we're going to jump into it. Going to get him on the line, my main man, Troy West from TroyWins.com. And we're going to continue to break down the wild card weekend for you. If you want the totals, you got to go to the website. We got the picks and pays that are going to put cash in your pocket. So you guys keep it locked here with me. When I finally decide to wake up back from this commercial break, we're going to jump back into the money. Let's get it.
You're listening to the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket. It's time to wake up and win the weekend. You're listening to the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket, giving you that grease. Join me every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time for the live action on Vegas Scoreboard Express on KSHP 107.1 FM and AM 1400. Dive into the game day with my in-depth analysis, expert predictions, and winning plays from the sharpest minds in sports betting. It's more than just placing bets. It's about securing wins. Head over to jbtheticket.com and be sure to tune in to KSHP this weekend from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific time to ride the winning wave with VSX. Tune in and get your money back from the sports book. All money, all sports, no bull. Missed the live show? Subscribe to Vegas Scoreboard Express on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, and wherever you enjoy your favorite podcast and radio listening.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball.
You are rocking with the hottest. Put your hands up for the boss. The Mix Master is live. Get ready.
Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease.
Back at you live here, 107.1 FM, AM 1500, giving you the grease to get you where you want to be this morning. All your sports betting picks and plays stays with me here in Las Vegas. JB The Ticket, VegasScoreboardExpress.com, JB The Ticket.com. Follow the show on Instagram at JB The Ticket. You can also check us out over on The Expert at We Beat the Line. Again, waking you back up this morning. Got him on the line with me, my main man Troy West from TroyWins.com. Here to bring you some grease this morning. NFL Wildcard Weekend. Troy, I'm still waking up last night from that Las Vegas Desert Dogs win. Again, if you've never seen box lacrosse, all it is lacrosse, 5-man lacrosse, basically arena inside of an arena, kind of like the way they do arena football. It is an exciting type of matchup, and you can also bet on it. That's right. Go over to our friends at bettors.com. If you need some gambling help, go to my website, jbtheticket.com, scroll to the bottom. But if not, you can sign up with them for 125% bonus using our offer code VSX125. Search for Pro Lacrosse, the NLL National Lacrosse League, and search for those Las Vegas Desert Dogs. They were able to put the cash in your pocket last night, again, beating those San Diego Seals. So let's jump back into this NFL matchup today, again, being brought to you by our friends over at Fubo TV. Talking about this Cleveland Browns game to get started here, Troy. When you look at it from the perspective of Cleveland getting into the playoffs, not really having a strong backup position at quarterback. And then you've got the Houston Texans with the dynamic rookie C.J. Stroud, first-year head coach DeMeco Ryans. Also, guys, want to make sure that you know Ronnie B from jbtheticket.com still on the line with us. Ronnie B, you still there?
I'm still here.
Just wanted to make sure you didn't fall into your coffee, okay? And again, of course, Ron Third Down Best Bets here in studio. So going back to this Houston and Cleveland game, Troy, when you look at the total here, 44.5, it didn't even open with a total. When we looked at the sports book this Wednesday, didn't see any totals. They were just going hard on the sides. Talking about the money line as well. Those Houston Texans are home dogs today. You know I love home dogs in these types of situations in the playoffs. It's win or go home. Plus 2.5, though. I'm looking more from the money line. If you go for value, I think the spread is a better play. If you maybe want to buy that up a little bit, tease it up to maybe a 5.5, 6.5. Try to get yourself a full touchdown with that. The value shouldn't go down as much, but that money line is very poor at only plus 120. So when you talk about it from the perspective of money line, totals, what are you seeing today, Troy? Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you got an interesting situation at the quarterback, right? You've got the rookie C.J. Stroud. Are they really going to let him loose in a game like this, or are they going to be conservative, run the football? Same goes with Joe Flacco. Look, I get he's been outstanding for the Browns this year, but I can't see the Browns wanting him to put him in harm's way. I think the Browns are also going to want to establish the run. I think we're going to see a lot of field position early, which really makes me lean towards the under. That Browns defense has been outstanding. I think they're going to fool C.J. Stroud early in the game, and I just think it's going to be a low-scoring slugfest. I don't think you're going to see Flacco slinging the ball around the yard like he has been, and I also don't think you're going to see C.J. Stroud doing that. I just don't think they want the quarterbacks blowing this game for him. I'm really leaning on that under 44.5.
He's telling you he likes the under 44.5. Ron Third Down Best Bets in studio. We talked about the defenses of these two teams, the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans, bringing this game under 45. You talked about it a little bit before the break. When the Cleveland Browns bring their defense on the field, that's really, in my opinion, a part and a big part of their offense. They don't score a lot on offense. If they can get loose, they can get loose. But when you go from the side of the defense, who do the Cleveland Browns have to rely on today to really get after C.J. Stroud? Because I'm just not seeing really a lot of dynamic play from an individual with the Cleveland Browns, doing it more by committee. And when you talk about a guy like David Njoku, they're going to be double teaming him. So who do you feel that they're going to be throwing over to C.J. Stroud to try to get him out of that pocket and have him scramble, throw a few ducks? Go ahead.
Well, Myles Garrett's going to introduce himself quite a bit today, and I think Zadarius Smith will also say hello to C.J. Stroud at some point today.
Telling you, man. I'm telling you. The offense, again, they've got David Njoku. He's very dynamic on that side of the ball, but they're going to double team him. Throwing this over to you, Ronnie B. JB, the ticket for the Cleveland fans out there. -2.5. They got to win this thing by a field goal. Special teams should not have weather as a factor today, being inside of the dome. So, again, before we move on to this next game on the line today, when you go into tight games like this, defense, special teams are going to be a key here. Who do you think has that edge? Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to give the edge to the veteran, Joe Flacco. The kid has been playing good all year, but this is a new beginning. This is a playoff game. And I don't think either team is going to change the style that they've been playing just because it's a playoff. Flacco's been flinging the ball 30, 40 times a game. He's been averaging over 275 yards a game. I think it's going to continue, and that's why I'm leaning the other way here with the total. I'm still leaning to the over. I think they're both going to come out, and I think the offenses are going to show a little more than what everybody's saying here.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the offenses for both of these teams, again, ranked number 11th and 13 respectively. When you go back to Troy West here, Ronnie thinks the total is going over, but the outright winner here, guys, let's go ahead and put it on the line. Again, this is the free pick of the day, sponsored by my friends over at Fubo TV, and in remembrance of my main man, Pop DiBiase. I'm talking money line today. Who do you think can get it done? I'm all over that home dog, +2.5. If you're scared, take him in the spread. But I think that if it's going to be a defensive scrum, the offense of the Houston Texans is right there with the offense of the Cleveland Browns. Could go over. You like the under, the defense, again, reining in that quarterback passing, try not to get too many picks. So with your analysis, who do you think gets that straight up win? Go ahead, Troy.
I'm going the opposite with you, JB. This is without a doubt the hardest game to cap for me as far as the wild card playoff, just because there's just so many variables. You've got the Cleveland Browns, who sat most of their starters last week. They do get Amari Cooper back. That's also going to help the offense. I just think Cleveland's the better coach team. I'm not nothing against Ryan, but Stefanowski's been outstanding all year long. The run game's better. The defense is better. I just think the Browns are the better overall team. Now, with that being said, could we see Sensation Stroud come out and play an outstanding football game? And Abdul Flacco wouldn't surprise me one bit. But if I've got money on this game, which I don't, I'm going with the Cleveland Browns in this one. I just think they're the better overall football team, and they've got more veterans on the football team.
Talking to my main man, Troy West from TroyWins.com. Troy, we're going to take a short commercial break. Want to keep you locked in here. KSHP 107.1 FM, AM 1400, waking you up early every Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Right here is where you want to keep it locked. Follow the show on Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Spotify, wherever you enjoy your podcast and radio listening. Troy, tell the fans where they can get your picks of the weekend. We got a full slate tomorrow on a Sunday. Again, you guys can check out these games, FuboTV.com/JB, giving you 15% off and 7 days free. Troy, got about 10 seconds left. Give them your website, where they can find you, where they can follow you, and then we'll take a break and get back to the grease.
Yeah, get to TroyWins.com. Click out the free pick link. We'll give you a free pick. Get on my Instagram, @It'sTroyWest. We're giving out an awesome contest this weekend, JB, where you can win some amazing prizes just for participating. That's It's Troy West on Instagram.
It's Troy West on Instagram. It's JB the Ticket here on your radio dial, 107.1 FM, AM 1400. When I get back from this short commercial break, people, we're giving you the grease. Green Bay and Dallas going to give you an early Sunday play, and we're going to talk about the rest of the Saturday card here on Wild Card Weekend. Miami Dolphins, they're in the playoffs. Kansas City Chiefs, they're in the playoffs. But people are a little bit worried about who is going to move forward. Today is the battle of the dogs of the AFC, and we're going to tell you where to get that money, so you guys keep it locked with me here. Don't tune away. Let's get paid.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Ticket. Vegas Sports, giving you that grease.
Hungry for the best barbecue in Las Vegas? Come out to the infamous Barbecue and Meat Market, John Mole's Meats and Roadkill Grill in Las Vegas. John Mole's was featured on the Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. Now take home delicious meat selections for your grill, and while you're there, grab a bite of the best barbecue in Las Vegas. With 2 locations now at Tom and Gowan or on North Decatur, you're sure to find the perfect meats for your next barbecue or party. Find us online at johnmolemeats.com.
Basketball season is heating up, so stay in the game with Fubo TV. Get the NBA, NCAA, FIBA, and more. Get 7 days free at VegasScoreboardExpress.com. Don't get cabled. Get Fubo TV.
Yo. You're in the mix. World's finest, man.
You are rocking with the hottest. Put your hands up for the boss. The Mix Master is live. Get ready.
Back at you live, JB the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express, giving you the grease. Got my main guys on the line with me. Ron, third down, best bets here in studio. Follow him on Instagram at RaiderHawk1. Troy Wins. Troy West from TroyWins.com. Here in the line with us as well. And my main man, Ronnie B from Las Vegas from JBTheTicket.com, guys. So let's jump back into the grease here. The NFL Wildcard Weekend is lined up, and everybody is talking about this game because this is the one that's going to determine who the fan favorite will be moving forward. Talking about it right now, the Miami Dolphins, rotation number 1 of 43. These guys are coming in on the road, playing in a very, very cold Kansas City. Rotation number 144, Kansas City. You know I don't like that dead money. -4.5. That's a touchdown, people. You got to know how to do your math. If you're going to get 4.5 with Miami on the offensive side of the ball, most people would take that. But we also know Miami can't beat anything that's stronger than a feather. If the team can score a minimum of 30 points, Miami is normally in trouble. I'm going to throw this one over to you, Ronnie B, here in Las Vegas. Kansas City, they've got their own issues, still ended up in the double-digit wins this year at 11-6. But they just don't seem as focused as they've been in the past. And you talk about a guy like Andy Reid, he has been on a milk carton as far as head coaches are concerned this year, keeping the team afloat, keeping them flashing through all of the Hollywood hoorah that's going on over there. But you're talking about a -4.5 play today. You got to do something about that. Which side will be better? Do you buy down Kansas City? Say maybe get these guys down to a -1, -1.5. Still should have some value here. Or do you take the plus money and tease up the Miami Dolphins today? Rotation number 143. They're on the road. +4.5, +5, depending on where you get them. You can look at the money line today with Miami at +200. Total 43. But Kansas City again, I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, I think it's a win by one, lose by none situation if the Kansas City Chiefs want to move forward. And for them to be in a playoff wild card instead of being the AFC outright division champion, it's going to be a little bit tough for these guys, I think, to really get up and get after them. We saw what the Raiders, again, were able to do when they went out to Kansas City, were able to get that win. Do you think Miami's going to be that lucky again? Because, again, the knock on them, they can't beat a team stronger than a feather. Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to be a very interesting game because the weather is going to be part of the factor. I think it's going to be either 0 or below 0 come kickoff time. I think whichever team makes the fewest mistakes, because both these quarterbacks have 14 interceptions, the ball might be a little tough to hang on to in that cold weather. So whoever makes the fewest mistakes, but I'm leaning towards the Dolphins with the points because 4.5 is a big number when you got a game that's like this. So I'm leaning to the Dolphins, and hopefully I get a backdoor.
Now, we're talking about team offense here. The Dolphins are ranked number 2, Kansas City down at 15. Throwing this one to you, Ron, third down best bets here in studio. From the difference of offense, Miami being that warm weather team, Tyreek Hill, he played in Kansas City. He knows the weather, and he's got a grudge to pick against this team. You say nobody's returning his calls. Nobody's reaching out to him. Nobody's listening to his Instagram. Nobody's telling him, hey, man, you're doing great down there. They pretty much have cast him off to the scrap heap. And I think there's a revenge factor here with the Miami Dolphins, with Tyreek Hill. He's looking for a big play early. And if Tua Tagovailoa can keep his noodles and keep the offensive line maintaining his protection. Again, shout out to that Miami Dolphins offensive line. He didn't get a concussion this year that we heard about. He didn't get knocked out. He remained healthy. We're on third down. Go ahead.
Well, that could be coming today. I hate to say. I hope not. They, Tua doesn't play well in the cold, and it's going to be really cold. I like Kansas City here. This is going to be a grinded team, and Kansas City's defense is very underrated. They have a really good defense. Miami's defense is on a milk carton. So I think that's going to be the biggest factor. They ain't going to be able to stop Kansas City running the ball with Pacheco. I think Kansas City is going to control the line of scrimmage, and I just like Kansas City here. I like them in the under.
Now you go back to the running side, Troy West. We talk about the Miami Dolphins. They had Devin Arcane. He was doing a lot better towards the end of the season, but got a little bit banged up. In the cold weather, these two quarterbacks like to throw the football. But if they can't, who are the Miami Dolphins going to get there at the running back position? Raheem Mostert, he's been a little bit lackadaisical this season. Haven't seen a lot of production from him. Arcane has got most of the carries and most of the touchdowns. But from a passing standpoint, we know, again, I go back to Tagovailoa and Tyreek Hill. I think if they're able to pull off one of those big 40-plus yard plays today, they've got a real chance to get inside of that spread. 4.5. Again, I don't like the pricing. I'm telling you guys today, my pick, Miami Dolphins, buy them up to the +7 and give yourself a shot. Number 2 offense in the league going up against the number 15 offense. However, Kansas City did put a lot more money into that defense, and it shows with some of the games that they won. But losing to our Las Vegas Raiders at home, having all the issues that they've got again with the Hollywood minutia jumping around them, it could continue. And a lot of fans, I think, are kind of rooting against the Kansas City Chiefs because they don't want to see all the hoopla continue into the big game here in Las Vegas. But Troy West, your thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah, I absolutely love Miami this weekend. I just do. I think the cold thing, I get it, but both teams got to play in it. It's not like Kansas City's out practicing in this stuff. I actually think the Miami Dolphins have the better run game. Mosert's supposed to be back today. Jalen Waddle's also back today. That gives them a boost at the receiving core. And this Miami defense is also underrated. I think they've got a good defense as well. I just think Miami, with their run game being the way that it's been all year long, it's been very consistent. They're going to pound the rock. Kansas City, let's be honest, they've just been a mess the second half of the season. They just have seemed uninterested. You look at the numbers of Travis Kelce. Is he distracted or is he hurt? I mean, my God, 5 touchdowns this year is all he's got. He hasn't had a good ball game in about 6 games. This team's a mess right now. They really are. Can they turn it around for the playoffs? Absolutely. They're at home. I get it. But I just think the Miami Dolphins go in there and possibly sneak out the upset. I like Miami. I'm with you, JB. I'll pay a little extra and buy that thing up to 6 or 7, but I'll take Miami. They're getting healthy at the right time offensively, and I think defensively they'll do enough. Patrick Mahomes doesn't have anybody that can catch the ball in warmer weather, let alone the colder weather. The run game's been bad for KC. Give me Miami in a close one, 21-20.
Telling you, take them in the money line if you're not scared. Again, Troy West from TroyWins.com on the line with you here. He's rolling with JB's pick. I like the Miami Dolphins here. You've got a underground movement against the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of Chiefs fans, bandwagon people, they're off of it. You just told me an amazing stat, a terrible stat on the part of fantasy players. Travis Kelce, only 5 touchdowns this season, and there's only one big difference in his game. Not going to go too much into it. Again, you guys locked here with me, JB the Ticket, and Vegas Scoreboard Express, 107.1 FM, AM 1400. That's where we're going to keep locking you in. When we come back, breaking down some more of this NFL playoff weekend. Going to touch on a few of the games that are going to be on the line tomorrow. Again, I am liking that Green Bay-Dallas game. I know Troy wins from TroyWins.com. Troy, I got up early, okay? I got home yesterday from that Desert Dogs game, man. It was like 12, 1 o'clock. We hung around, met with some fans, got some great footage and whatnot, went back from the press corps, and then turned around. My dog woke me right back up barking. Dogs were barking this morning early. That's how I woke up. That's how I knew you got to bet the dog today at about 5:30. So apologize for keep calling you Troy Wins, but you are Troy Wins because that's what you do. When we get, man, we're talking about your Dallas Cowboys. They're -7. Offense or defense, where do you think it's going to go? And Green Bay, wow, shocked the world. No Aaron Rodgers, and they're back in the playoffs. Jordan is showing love. So when we get back, we're going to talk about it. Troy West, any shout-outs? Ronnie B, Las Vegas, any shout-outs? Ron, third down, best bets, any shout-outs? And I'll take this short commercial break. About 30 seconds. Go ahead, guys, around the board.
Yeah, guys, get to our website, troywins.com. Actually, JB, this week we're launching our prop bet division. We've got a handicapper by the name of Alex Master that we brought on that is a specialty with Prize Picks. So we've got that edition coming to our website this weekend. My guy Joe Davis is also helping out with that division. So come take a look. It's troywins.com. We're launching a prop bet website this week. Really looking forward to it.
troywins.com. Launching the prop bets, people. These guys are professionals. When I get back from this short commercial break, we're telling you where the money's at. Let's get it.
You're listening to the boss of the big board, JB the Ticket.
Big Dogs Brewing Company, open 24/7, is an award-winning brewery, a full-service catering business, and a fun, smoke-free brew pub restaurant with a full-service bar, including over 35 craft beers on tap, 35 multi-denomination slot machines, the best gaming promotion, and a lively, dog-friendly outdoor patio. Big Dogs Brewing Company, 4543 North Rancho at Gray. Find out more at BigDogsBrews.com.
Kick off the football season with Drizzly.com. Score big with your favorite drinks delivered right to your doorstep. From ice cold brews to game day cocktails, we've got the perfect lineup for your football gatherings. Visit VegasScoreboardExpress.com and click the Drizzly. Now let's get the party started. Drink responsibly. Must be of legal drinking age. Delivery and availability may vary.
You're tuned into the VSX Digital Sports Network.
JB, the Ticket, Vegas Scoreboard Express. I'm back at you live, people. Got my guys on the line with me. Troy West from TroyWins.com. Ron, third down, best bets in studio. And Ronnie B from JBTheTicket.com. Waking you back up early in the morning, 8 to 9 a.m. each and every weekend, guys. You got to tune in. Follow me on Instagram, JB The Ticket. Go to my website, JBTheTicket.com. Get those pick packages, people. We're going to be locking and loaded all season long, all kinds of sports. Again, shout out to my box lacrosse guys over at the Michelob Arena. The Las Vegas Desert Dogs rocked the house last night, beating up on those San Diego Seals 10-8, and they were able to cash in the under money line, like I told a couple of people live in the audience over in the doghouse. So again, you guys, we're getting straight grease, waking you back up here in the morning. So let's jump back into some of this NFL here, talking about tomorrow's game, one of the games that I've had circled for the past couple of weeks because two teams are in the playoffs right now I didn't think would be there. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. And the NFL schedule maker said, look, we're going to see what these teams are made of. Talking about rotation number 147. Early pick today for Saturday. Going to be breaking some analysis down for you. You guys, if you want to get this pick, though, you got to go over to jbtheticket.com, troywins.com, and pick up the pick packages. We're just going to give you some analysis here because despite the record, rotation number 147, the Green Bay Packers at 9-8. Again, shout out to Jordan Love, keeping these guys relevant. No Aaron Rodgers, no drama, no ayahuasca, no tents this year. Just straight grease going up against your Dallas Cowboys, Troy West. Rotation number 148. These guys are a full touchdown favorite at home in Dallas. 12-5, 8-0 at home. Very impossible based on the numbers to win down in the Big Dome in Dallas. And when you talk about what the Green Bay Packers have been able to do this year, they've had some quality wins over teams that are in the playoffs, if you will. And the Dallas Cowboys, if you will, it's kind of like, hey, look, win or go home. If these guys end up losing, Jerry Jones doesn't have that much time left. This guy has got to get another Super Bowl. That's what he's trying to do, get the Dallas Cowboys out here to Las Vegas in February. Troy Wins, let's go ahead and get you started off. From the analysis side, the Dallas Cowboys on the offensive side of the ball are very, very strong. But the defense of the Green Bay Packers, very good for them. Go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, all numbers are pointing towards Dallas, right? Obviously, like you said, 8-0 at home. Dak Prescott's a much different quarterback at home. The defense, from a takeaway standpoint, much, much better at home. This, on the other side of the ball, I would give Green Bay a better chance, but they're just not healthy either. A.J. Dillon, their power running back, which usually causes Dallas problems, are those power running backs. He's going to be sitting out tonight. Zaire Alexander, the star corner, doesn't sound like he's playing. Christian Watson's a game-time decision for Green Bay. So, they're just not healthy going into this game. Meanwhile, Dallas almost bringing everybody full force, and they even sat a couple of their linemen last week. From a statistic standpoint, all signs point to Dallas. That can also be scary because it's a little obvious. But I'd have a real hard time thinking that Jordan Love making his playoff debut can go into Jerry World and get it done.
Telling you, Jerry is going to be laying some thumbtacks down on the field. Ronnie B, Las Vegas, thank you so much for hanging on the line with me this morning. Again, go to jbtheticket.com, pick up those live pick packages, people. They're available for you. Subscribe to our Instagram, subscribe to our X, subscribe wherever you find us. All you got to do is search JB the Ticket Vegas Scoreboard Express, because I'm telling you, we're the biggest and the best. We're going to bring you the best handicappers each and every week in 2024 and support those handicappers as well. We're talking pick packages no more expensive than, say, $24.99 across the board. We've got guys on there, $9.99. Troy Wins from TroyWest.com or Troy Went. Troy, I did it again. I didn't have all my coffee. But you know what it is, TroyWins.com. My main man, Troy West. I think your package is $19.99. So again, guys, support the pick packages out there. The handicapping is done before we're super tired, okay? We wake up in the morning, make adjustments on the line. I know my numbers, and these guys do as well. But again, going back to this, throwing it over to you, Ronnie B. Do you think the Dallas Cowboys are going to make it to the big game this year? I think that they're one team that's a team of destiny. Again, Dak Prescott has really improved his quarterback play. He can still throw a few picks here and there, but just his leadership, the Cowboys' offensive line got behind them. They're a sleeper team this year, and all the Dallas Cowboy fans out there are going to love that I said that. Because when they're clicking, and they're hard to beat. Go ahead, Ronnie B.
Well, I have to agree with you a little bit. No pun intended, but I think the stars lined up here for him. I think maybe they want Mr. Jones to have a Super Bowl win this year. They got the home field, which is quite good for them. They love playing at home. They light it up at home. You got the number one quarterback this year with touchdowns, Dak Prescott, with 36 of them. So he rolls. He's comfortable at home. He's a different quarterback in front of his home crowd. So it should be a chance for them to, prove everybody wrong that they can't win the big game anymore. I'm leaning towards them. Yeah, they have a good chance to make it all the way to the big dance.
I'm telling you, the Dallas Cowboys, again, when we look at the odds for them to make it to the Super Bowl at minus 125. You're talking about the line makers cutting all the value off. I'm going to go over to you, Ronnie B, again here in Las Vegas. Ron Third Down Best Bets live in studio. When you go to the other side of that, though, the Green Bay Packers, you talk about no Aaron Rodgers. We didn't think they would be here in the playoffs. What are the Green Bay Packers playing for? They've got a juicy money line at a +7 on the spread, but +280. And you know that win by one, lose by none type of deal. Do you think the Green Bay Packers here could come in and maybe play spoiler? And then, Ron Third Down, I'll have you counter that. Go ahead.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Jordan Love is playing very good football if anybody's been watching him. He's starting to throw the ball with accuracy. He's minimal on interceptions. He's got over 4,000 yards of passing this year. He's number 2 in touchdowns. So you got the number 1 touchdown player and the number 2 quarterback going. And Love is playing very, very well, and he looks very confident and comfortable back there. So in Green Bay, just for some history, they're 9-1 in the playoffs against the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, they have a chance. It should be an entertaining game.
Telling you there should be some entertainment factor. Ron Third Down, your thoughts. Go ahead.
Yeah, they have a chance, but I don't like that chance real well. Their defense is going to be their Achilles heel today. And without Jair Alexander, he's been their best player for quite a while now, and he's been really – what's the right word? Mentally up and down. He just doesn't seem normal these days. He's had a lot of issues off the field where he's never had before. But I like Dallas here today. They don't lose at home. And Green Bay's played really well, but this is tough for Jordan Love to go into Dallas and pull off an upset. I just don't see it happening.
He's telling you that Jordan Love might not be the guy. But if you want to get these picks and what we really think, you got to go to jbtheticket.com, TroyWins.com. My main man, Troy West. I kind of woke up, Troy. I'm back on the line with you, giving you those live sound effects. Again, check him out at It's Troy Wins on Instagram. My main man, Ron Third Down Best Bets. Follow him at RaiderHawk1. And, of course, Ronnie B. Check him out on the Expert at All Sports No Bull. When we get back from this short commercial break, guys, we're going to go around the big board. Give us some of your best plays of the day. Any sports out there for the sports betting. Going to be talking a little bit of hoops in the next couple of weeks. College basketball. I have no idea who any of these players are, but apparently there's some money lines getting cracked, and I want to get inside of those spreads. But again, we'll go around the round robin when I come back from this short commercial break. Guys, you keep it locked here, right here, 107.1 FM and AM 1400. Live on TuneIn, Spotify, Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, you name it, I'm there. Let's get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Kicker. Vegas Scoreboard Express. Giving you that grease.
Diners, the Nevada Style Pub invites you to play the best tavern, keno, and video poker in Vegas. Promos are how we roll to make the most of your gaming dollars here with us. Come play our proud partner gaming promotion, Fly Aviators Fly, and receive daily free play, bonuses, and more. With a chance to win awesome brand of prizes and big money for all the jackpots each week. It's not only great gaming that Diners Pub has, it's the 24 awesome rotating draft beers and Vegas' best appetizers to match. So join us in supporting your Las Vegas Aviators, Golden Knights, Lights, Aces, and the Raiders as we make history in Vegas. Diners, the Nevada Style Pub at 8410 West Cheyenne, 1750 North Buffalo, and Las Vegas Boulevard at Windmill. Steiners, I love this place.
Skip your cable bill this month and join the action with JB and Fubo TV. Get 7 days free, 15% off your first month. No credit check, no deposit, no installation hassle. Go to FuboTV.com/JB. Sign up, download the app, and start watching games.
Enjoy being a subscriber after the first month. Easy cancellation anytime. Regional restrictions apply. Sign up at VegasScoreboardExpress.com.
You're listening to the boss of the big ball, JB the Kicker. It's the Scoreboard Express.
I'm back on the line with you people, waking you up early. I'm shocking the board with grease today. Want to give a shout out to my guys again over at the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. Forward Jack Hanna last night bringing home the win. We got the wall, Landon Kells blocking it in for us. Shout out to my main man Josh Jackson playing some heavy defense, giving guys the check, beating those San Diego Seals down 10-8. Dog at home, putting the money line in your pocket. And you know we got to give you a long time howl, putting that cash where you need to be. Back on the line with me, my main man Ron, third down best bets, Ronnie B, JBtheticket.com, Chief Handicapper, and Troy West from TroyWins.com. Troy, quick question for you. You know anything about lacrosse, my man?
I don't, JB, and it sounds like to me you need to be calling that 1-800-GA line. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yes, that's right.
I thought it was bad when I was betting table tennis during COVID. Now you're betting lacrosse locally.
Well, that's right. Getting the inside scoop with these guys, getting to see what they can do. Again, shout out to Dana and Katrine for hooking that up for us. Can't wait to put some program together for you here in Las Vegas. Like, that's right, guys. The National Lacrosse League. Get some pro lacrosse. If you're into it, you can put cash in your pocket. Troy West was like, look, I'm not even getting involved with that. JB is on the degenerate line. But again, guys, got about 5 minutes left. Want to go around the big board and let's get our best plays of the day. Ron, third down best bets here in Las Vegas. Follow him on Instagram at RaiderHawk1. We'll go ahead and throw one at you. Doesn't matter what league, NBA, college basketball, NFL, playoffs today. Again, you got the Cleveland Browns, Houston Texans game, as well as KC and Miami. Go ahead.
My pick of the day is Dallas Cowboys over Green Bay and take the over.
He's telling you take the over tomorrow in the Dallas Cowboys and Green Bay game. Well, I guess he just gave away his paid pick, guys. He'll probably have a total on there for you. You can again pick up his pick packages at Ron Third Down Best Bets. Ronnie B, what's your best play today, man? Go ahead.
Well, I'll tell you what, if everybody jumps on board, we gave you a 5% play on the national title, Michigan. We hit that one. Today, we're going to give out the Houston Cougars in basketball, -4. Play them. They're coming off a loss, and they should be good today.
Telling you, take those Houston Cougars. They're going to put some cash in your pocket. And my main man, Troy West from TroyWins.com, thank you so much this morning for coming on the line with us. Glad to have you back. Let's talk a little bit about your best play of the day. Got about a minute left, and then we'll get out of here to get to the book and put cash in your pocket. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hate to give out a square play. I know this is going to be a big public play, but I'm rolling with it. A two-team 7-point teaser. Give me the Bills and the Cowboys. You're getting the Bills down to 3. at home against the Steelers. You're getting the Cowboys down to a pick-em. I know it looks obvious, but I love that play. My money will be on it. Get on that teaser. That's a winner.
Telling you to tease it up and put cash in your pocket. That's what we do here, guys. It's a wrap this morning. Thank you much, everybody in Las Vegas, for tuning in. Again, shout out to those Las Vegas Desert Dogs. And that's right, if you got any gambling issues, go to my website, jbtheticket.com. Scroll down to the bottom, and you'll be able to click that link and get some help there, guys. So again, final shout outs, friends, family, businesses, websites, whatever you got. Come over to our website and jump on the show. That's right, guys. We got advertising available for you. Details on the website at VSXDigitalSportsNetwork.com. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on the big board. Ron, Third Down Best Bets, live here in the studio with me. Any final shout-outs, and then we'll get out of here. Go ahead.
Got 3 quickies. Kayla, my buddy Eric, and Jarrett Garcia. Thanks for supporting the show, everybody.
Thank you guys so much for supporting the show. Ronnie B., where are you going to be at today watching the games, buddy? Go ahead.
I'm heading out the door, heading to the Marriott today to bring those Houston Cougars home.
Telling you, bringing those Houston Cougars home in college basketball. And Troy West, where are you going to be watching the game today up in Seattle, brother?
You know, we'll be at a sports bar locally called JR Finicky's. Giving a little shout out to them, one of the local tap houses here in Seattle, Washington. It's 17 degrees right now, JB. It's cold out there.
17 degrees, cold out there, but it's hot in here. We're giving you the grease, waking you up early in the morning. You guys be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here, VSX, KSHP 107.1 FM and AM 1400. You can get the replay of this show on iHeartRadio, Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts. Follow us and tell us where we're getting the money. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We'll be back tomorrow. And when you get up in the morning, grab your bankroll and get ready to beat the line. It's the NFL Wildcard Weekend, people. The dogs are barking. We told you where the cash is at. Go to my website, jbtheticket.com. Get a pick package and get the money.
You're listening to the boss of the big four, JB